here's the bureaucracy that's going to be produced. Every college or university shall collect from its students, faculty, staff, and other persons, whatever that means, and provide to the minister such data and other information related to the following as may be requested by the minister. The number of times support, services, complaints, resolutions, and accommodation relating to racism are requested, made, and obtained by students enrolled at or faculty or staff of the college or university, and information about those supports. Any anti-racism initiatives and programs established by the college or university to promote awareness of the supports and services. The number of incidents and complaints of racism reported by students, faculty, and staff, and information about how such incidents and complaints, including how the incidents and complaints were addressed or resolved, the implementation and effectiveness of the policy. So that means and that's not just for colleges and universities, if I have read this correctly, it's throughout the education system as a whole. So that means the establishment of a bureaucracy that is devoted to doing nothing but gathering such data and reporting it. And so all you have to do is think for about 15 seconds to imagine what that's going to mean, because systems tilt themselves to produce what is being measured.
Exactly.
So,
but again, where are they going with this? I mean, this is again, it is from the authoritarian regimes. You check on thought. You check on the number of complaints. And by the way, if you start to invite complaints on a truly hot subject, it can get very personal very quickly. There are people in their various jobs, teaching, broadcasting, business, anywhere else. If you set up an investigative structure and a reporting structure and a tabulation structure, if I want to do damage to you, and if I pick the right side of this particular context, I'm going to move you out. We cannot allow the bureaucratization of the search into people's attitudes and souls to become a legislative possibility.
Legislative necessity.
Where are you? Yeah, this is. Let me give you one other thing. This is a proof of what I just said. This is a very high standard proof. This is Great Britain itself. I'm just going to read you the headlines again. It's a story. It's print. It's real. Their race oversight. His name was Tony Sewell, and he wrote a report. He was appointed by Boris Johnson. This is not some freelancer. And he found that Britain, and here's again, like Trudeau would systemically race. He found, by the way, he's black, which shouldn't matter, but these days we have to say it. He found that Britain was not institutionally racist, and blast Northingham University cowards for withdrawing his university honorary degree. He was given a degree in 2019, but they withdrew it after a study that was commissioned by him, objective in nature, certainly asserting that Britain was not institutionally racist. And they said this was done to him because he was the subject of political controversy. Well, let me give you a translation of that. The accepted idea among the woke class is that we're all now a bunch of racists, homophobes, Islamophobes, transphobes, name-the-phobe, arachnophobe. That has to be accepted as absolute law. However, if a person from even one of those groups, and this is, again, the racist czar of Great Britain appointed by Boris, and he reports after doing an objective survey, and he himself, a black person, no, we're not universally racist. And then all the correct thought czars and the university types and the politicians and most of the newspapers dump him. He's thrown out. The same thing happened to Roland Fryer in Harvard University, who did a statistical study of shootings by police officers and found that more whites proportionately were shot than blacks. He had won the world's top economics prize as a young black man. And yet he got nailed on a sexual harassment idea, but the real provocation behind it was because he reported some good news on the so-called racial front. Good news is now bad news. Good news is racist in itself. There's two people, high stature, high qualifications, both black, both ostracized because they spoke a clear truth against these doctrines. So where are we, Jordan, is my question. I don't know anymore.